Can Trump sue you for you calling him a rapist or saying that he committed rape? I mean, anybody can sue for anything. I am not a lawyer, and this is not legal advice, but this is my thoughts on it. People are confused, though, because of the case with ABC, where they settled $15 million for George Stephanopoulos saying that Donald Trump was found liable of R. That is a categorical distinction that I'm going to get to in just a second, and it's important. E. Jean Carroll sued Donald Trump, and she sued him for two things: battery and R. Under New York statute law, it was newly enacted that allowed people to backsue their abusers. But because of New York law at the time, not since it's been fixed, but at the time, it categorized two different acts as not one being R and one not. The jury in that case found that Donald Trump absolutely committed at least battery by digitally penetrating E. Jean Carroll, but they could not come to a conclusion about whether he used his member to do so. So he was found liable of battery. That's where George Stephanopoulos kind of messed up, because he wasn't found liable of R. However, the judge in that case pointed out that Donald Trump, through the general sense of the word, committed R. And if the same laws that applied now applied to when she sued, he would have been found liable of that. ABC didn't settle the case because they wouldn't win. They settled the case to try and appease Trump. A lot of news agencies are doing this. Trump almost certainly would have lost for two reasons. One, what Stephanopoulos said is close enough to the truth that the court finds that usually to be free speech. Those categorical distinctions when it comes to defamation suits usually don't matter. That's not always, but usually don't matter. And because the judge said he did it, it can be just looked at as an error. Two, the standard in which Donald Trump has to abide by, which is actual malice, because he is a public figure. Actual malice means that Donald Trump has to prove that George Stephanopoulos either knew that he was lying or did so with reckless disregard to the truth. However, you can't really say that in this case because it's pretty close to the truth. And under that standard, he would also have to prove damages. The damages don't have to be monetary, but he certainly couldn't prove monetary damages, or it'd be very difficult to do. And that's because it was ran across the internet forever. He could try to prove emotional damages, but come on. Again, I am not a lawyer, and you take responsibility for the things that you say. However, would I take the risk of having Donald Trump sue me? Oh, hell yeah, absolutely. I say it all the time. I say that about him all the time. I would love to take him on in court. He could financially drain me, which is what he would do, but I would absolutely go after the law licenses for that very clearly and frivolous lawsuit by his lawyers. But I'm antagonistic like that. I guess it just comes down to personal opinion.